Hey everybody, and thanks for joining me on How to Play Dynia. We're going to be going through a couple of the sections of the instructions to give you a base understanding of the game. Today I'm going to briefly discuss the components of Dynia here. You have energy pieces, and then you have a 5 energy piece. This is a worker, a soldier, scout, defender, and ranger. These are your world tiles. This is an energy field, a grass tile, a forest tile, and a mountain tile. The energy field and the grass tile both cost 1 energy to move to. The forest tile costs 2 energy to move to, and the mountain tile costs 3 energy to move to. There are rings on each tile. The inner ring and the outer ring. The inner ring is a deep blue color with a white border, and then the green tile or green circles on the outside here connected with the black line. A troop must be destroyed on the outer ring before a troop from the inner ring can be destroyed. So there's strategy in moving your troops in and out of your rings, and you want your stronger troops to be on the inside, making them more protected. Now we're going to discuss the different buildings inside Dynia. We have a foundation, which is required for most buildings. The only ones that they're not required for are the wall and guard tower. This is an outpost. The outpost is used to recruit workers and is required for all of your other buildings, upgrades, and troops. Without your outpost or castle, which is the upgraded version of this, you cannot succeed. The castle is the upgraded version of the outpost. This provides you with all benefits of a level 2 building, which will be discussed later. This is the barracks, the level 1 barracks, and it is where you're going to recruit your military, discussed later with the other troops. This is the level 2. This is the Armory. The Armory is a way to advance your military fighting force. Upgrading your Armory the first time will allow you to recruit scouts, which is discussed later. This is the level 2 Armory. This is a mine. A mine is placed on an energy field tile, and it gives you a bonus to energy. This is the level 2, and it gives you an increased bonus to energy. This is a wall. Basically, all this does is slow down enemies. It must be destroyed before an enemy can advance. This is a guard tower. The guard tower is an advanced wall, will provide you battle advantage, discussed later, and will also allow you to spawn troops at this location. These are your starting tiles. You're going to start with an energy field and a grass tile plus 1 more random tile. Now that random tile can be any one of a forest, a mountain, or another grass tile. And any one of these can be a random tile that you pick. So let's just say that we get another grass tile, just because it's a little bit easier to play that. Now, you also start with a foundation and an outpost, 5 workers, and 5 energy. And depending on where you place your workers, that can increase your energy. So you have to put your foundation and your outpost on a grass tile. You may then place your 5 workers anywhere you wish. I want to have at least 1 ring filled with workers, because if you have a ring on an energy tile filled with workers, it gives you a bonus 5 energy to use per turn. Now I still have 1 more worker. If I put him here, I'll gain a bonus 1. Not 2 and not 5, because I have that. Just 1 until that ring is full, and then I'll get a bonus 5, which is an increase of 2. So 4 workers gives me 5 energy. Okay, so we've started our game here, and I've got my 4 soldiers on there, or 4 workers on there, giving me 5 energy. Now, I want to build a foundation on this so that way I can build a mine. So it would cost my 5 energy, and I've removed it, and it's the end of my turn. The following turn, I can build a building on here. And let's say I build my level 1 mine. Building a level 1 mine gives me an additional 5 energy to spend every single turn, as long as I have a full ring of workers. If I lose that and I only have 3, I lose 5, and I lose the 2 because of the bonus of my ring. I would only gain 3 energy from this tile. Now let's say I've played for a while and I've upgraded my components, and now I have everything that I need to be able to upgrade this mine to a level 2. I'm going to upgrade to my level 2, and what that does is it gives me 10 energy per, as long as I have the workers here, per turn. So I've got the 10 energy plus the 5 energy for this ring, and so that would allow me to have 15 energy just from this section. Now, I want more energy, so I'm going to put more troops, more workers on here. This is the maxed out energy tile, and it allows me to have 20 energy per turn every single time. Now, if I also had my outpost, I would have 5 more energy because of my outpost. Well, duh. So I would now have 10, 20, 5 energy. Now let's say it's later on in the game and I upgraded this outpost and it's turned into a castle. I still only get my 5 energy because of the castle, and that's it. However, if later on in the game I build another foundation and build another outpost, I would maximize and get my, this is 5 energy, I would get another 5 energy. So I would be at 30 energy to be able to be used every single turn. One of the very first things that I would do when starting Dynia is build a game mat. You can build this on just about anything. You can build this on felt with, permanent marker. All you do is just line this up and you put a straight edge against it. You move the tile and you mark all the lines. It's pretty simple. I'll have a video marked in the card above so you can see how I did it. Now, Dynia world tiles are staggered like this. So every single time you add a new piece, it's staggered, kind of like bricks. Now, when you're playing the game, you can have holes in the game. So you can have spaces where there's no tile, where you can't move anybody to. However, something you can't do is place islands. You can't place something that's not connected to your area. Now, if the game has been going on a while and this is your opponent coming close to you, you're still not connected. So you, being this player here, can only place tiles where this is connected. But as soon as you are connected here, and you're connected to your opponent, you can place tiles anywhere. You can place them over here. You can place them all along the outside edge. You can even fill up holes. You can do anything you want because the whole world is connected, but not until that point. So if this was the scenario, you can't put anything on the opponent's tiles, not until it's connected. And then you can place them anywhere you wish. I have a worker here, and I want him to move to this tile and build a wall. A wall costs 5 energy to build, and all of the building requirements, along with the costs of energy, are all located on the reference page of your manual. Now I want to move this worker all the way over to here. It costs 2 energy to move to a forest tile. It doesn't matter what ring he's on. He can be on the inner or outer ring. It doesn't really matter. You can move troops in between the rings as often as you want on your turn only for no energy. So it costs 2 energy to move to that forest tile. Now it costs 3 energy to move to that mountain tile. And again, it doesn't matter what space I put him on. And now I have to move him to this tile. Again, it doesn't matter if he's on the inner or outer ring. And now I want to be able to build that wall. Building that wall costs 5 energy. So I would start the construction with 5 energy and then place the wall tile on that space. This worker cannot leave this space until the following turn because he's busy building this wall. He can't build another wall here and another wall here or so on. It has to be completed until the following turn. Okay, these 4 troops, the worker, the soldier, the ranger, and defender, all abide by the movement that I had discussed a little earlier. It would cost 2 energy for each troop to move here, 3 and 1. However, a scout, this one here, only requires 1 energy to move to any of the tiles. So it would only cost him 1, 2, 3 to move to this rather than 6. When attacking, this ranger has a range. Every other troop has only a range of 1 adjacent tile. So this scout could only attack this tile or this tile. However, this ranger can attack this tile. They can attack this tile, but they have what's called battle disadvantage at close range, and we'll discuss battle advantage and disadvantage a little bit later. Here's a battle situation for you, just so you know how to perform a battle. The attacker here is attacking the blue team. They have 3 and they have 2. To initiate battle, it costs 1 energy for every roll that a person will do. So, the first battle, and now we roll. Let's actually separate these. This is the attacker. This is the defender. Now, you compare the 2 highest dice first, and then the next highest. So in this case, the attacker would kill both people, and both would be removed. However, if this was the outcome, the defender is defending and will get battle advantage. And battle advantage is what happens on a tied roll. This is tied and the defender would win. They would each lose 1. And if that's the case, now the defender only has 1 troop, so they can't roll 2 dice. the attacker only has 2 troops, so they can only roll 2 dice. And then if another one was lost, they would only be able to roll 1. You can attack with as many people as you have on that tile, up to 3 on an attacker and up to 2 on a defender. Then, if the player wanted to attack again, they would spend another 2 energy and would be able to roll and then roll. And because my defender has higher than this one, another one would be lost on the red team, making it only 1 more, and then another energy would be able to be used. And the defender would win. The attacker would lose all 3. Here's another situation. I have an archer or a ranger here attacking this soldier. This ranger has battle advantage because they are attacking at range. If I had a defender here, this tile would have battle advantage, not the ranger. In this instance, the attacker is attacking a tile with a defender, and a defender will always have battle advantage. So, if my troops roll a 6-6 as a defender, it doesn't matter what these players, what they roll, they will lose 2 troops. Now, if I was like this, and I won 1, and the other attacker won 1, they could not attack and take my defender. They would have to remove my soldier first because he's on the outside ring and work inward. If I was like this and they were attacking me, they could take my defender and then they would have battle, or they would not have battle advantage because I'm still defending. The off chance you're attacking with a ranger at close range to any troop other than a worker, so if this is a soldier, and they're attacking, the defender would have the advantage because the archer or the ranger is attacking at close range. If they were further away, they would have the advantage. If this was reversed and this soldier is attacking this ranger would still not have battle advantage because they're in close combat. The attacker, in this case, would actually have battle advantage, as strange as that is. In the strangest situation here, a worker is attacking a ranger at close range. Even still, the ranger would have battle advantage because the ranger is trained in combat and the worker is not. I have a ranger attacking a guard tower space. This ranger can attack this tile and kill this troop. However, even though this ranger is attacking at range, they would normally have battle advantage. However, a guard tower will provide a battle advantage when defending all the time. So this ranger would only be able to attack this troop, but this troop in a tied roll would win the battle. If this troop was killed off and this was the only troop on this tile to attack, they would not be able to attack this building. A building must be attacked at close proximity. So if I had another soldier on this tile, he would have to move to this tile, and then this would be the battle against this guard tower. Now, guard towers and all level 2 buildings, such as a mine or whatever, a level 2 mine, have what's called aggressive defense. So if this troop attacked a level 2 building, even though there's no troops inside, and they won the roll. So if they rolled a 5 and this one rolled a 4, this Level 2 building would be flipped over. In this case, it would turn back into a wall. If it was a level 2 building, it would be flipped over into a repaired status. And this case, it acts like a level 1 building and not a level 2 until it's repaired. If this troop tied the building, this building would still be flipped over because they don't have battle advantage because there's no troops here. If this building rolled a 6, this troop would die because the garrisoned troops inside this building with the aggressive defense would be able to attack and kill that troop. A level 2 building cannot initiate an attack. So this building with no troops cannot attack this soldier.